Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. Sorry for the technical difficulties this morning. Things got a little YouTube changed up a little bit, so I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what happened here. Let me. Everything is screwed up. I was pushing the go live button and nothing was happening, and the YouTube settings were like blown out. So what's going on? Daniel, Chewy, sorry about that. Sorry, I had to restart. You know, there was a bunch of people on the other one, but thanks for following me over here. Had some issues with YouTube, but we're back. So right now, if you're here right now, say what up. We have S&P's down 13, Dow's down 109, NASDAQ down 29. So far, we're in the red. What's going on, Hank Mason? How we doing? Welcome. Man, do not like starting the morning out that way. You know, having this stream messed up. All right. Anyways, we're gonna let the we're gonna let that go. But you know, I think that what the news is pumping right now is just saying as confirmed coronavirus cases jump. We are here. That's why the market is down. China's National Health Commission reported more than 75,000 confirmed cases and over 2,000 deaths on the mainland. More than 800 new cases were reported in China overnight. South Korea reported 52 new cases. So it's still a thing. What's going on, Reno? Even if the outbreak recedes, global growth is still set to fall to zero the first quarter before bouncing back over the remainder of the year. So here we are. You know, I have PTSD from the trade war. We care about the trade war. We don't care about the trade war. We care about the virus. We don't care about the virus. But today and yesterday, it seemed like we're caring about the virus. Yesterday, it was due to the Feds not indicating they're going to have another rate cut later this year. However, we'll see if the market drops a little bit. South Korea, because one woman infected a lot. Yeah. So there's 52 new cases in South Korea. They're expecting global growth to go to zero, but bounce back at the end of the year. So, you just gotta trade the price action. Like I've been saying, you just gotta trade the price action. Be careful, and honestly, just take it easy. Like don't go all in. Don't gamble your account and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go all in puts, or oh, I'm gonna go all in calls, and get wrecked. Get wrecked. Plus CNBC, CNBC needed something to write about. Like, hey, the market's down. Must be the virus. Must be. They have to come up with comments like, because people turn to CNBC, Yahoo News, and say, hey, why is the market down? Why is the market down? And CNBC has to have a reason. Looks real toppy out there. Yeah, so we've seen this time and time again, though. What I've been saying is we've seen this time and time again. I mean, right now, I'm more concerned about gold being up. Gold's up $22, and TLT hit 148 right now. So watch the bonds, watch gold, watch precious metals, because that can indicate a sell-off is coming. But we've seen this time and time again. So we're looking at the S&Ps. Let's just look at SPY, for instance. So SPY, yesterday we hit 333 off the comments of the Fed and whatever else they were doing. But, we bounced up pretty hard. We hit some lows, 334. But, this could very, very easily. I mean, if you look at the trend here, we're still, it did dip below this morning to like 333. I was thinking if it could dip below 334 on SPY, we're probably going to revisit the 330 area relatively soon. But It's right now up, and right now S&Ps are only down 10. So we've seen this time and time again. They're like right when the bell goes off, the volume kicks in, they rip these up. So just if you're looking at a short, just watch the price action and be careful, you know. If it put on video, Tesla's up. Tesla's always up. Tesla's up forever. Tesla's up 910 right now. Nvidia, yeah, Nvidia right now. Let's see here. So Nvidia, I mean, I think Nvidia could drop down to 290, but we'll see. You know, we have to see how aggressive the dip buyers want to be, because once we have a few red days in a row, was yesterday technically red? I think so. Yeah, yesterday was red for sure. The day before that was green. Let's see here. Yeah, yesterday was red, green. But pretty much, you know, if you're looking at SPY, pretty much been consolidating around 335. So I wouldn't be surprised if this rips back up to like 336, 337. And they're going to kill premium, because we know today's expiration Friday. And what we do know is, because of the weakness yesterday, people loaded up on puts. And what's their favorite thing to do on a Friday when they know people have loaded up? Burn that premium. So just be aware. You know, I actually wouldn't mind if we consolidated, because we've been running for quite some time. I wouldn't mind if we consolidated like between 335 and 340, or even like 333 and 340 area for a month or so. You know, for if you're bullish, that's probably a good scenario. You know, just because we went up a lot doesn't mean we're gonna go like straight down. I mean, we could. I mean, anything can happen, you know. Yeah. So just be mindful, and just be mindful that, you know, the longer that, like, if you're looking at SPY and if you're looking at RSI, so the bottom one down here is RSI. You know, the longer that it stays the same price, RSI will start ticking down. As you can see, it ripped up to almost overbought, but then now that it's staying relatively the same price, it's going to start ticking lower and lower and lower. So that when consolidation hits, we're going to start seeing RSI become more fair valued. So just be aware that these could flatten out. So I would not be surprised if they flatten this out for a while. But we'll see. This is an election year, so once we get the Democratic nominee and we know who it is, the market's going to be a little bit more hot than usual. So not that it's not hot right now. I mean, the market's on fire, but just be aware we're going to have extra volatility as we get closer to the election in November, and once we know who the Democratic nominee is, and once we start getting polling numbers coming through. Polling is going to mess with the stock market. So whoever the Democrat, we know Trump is going to be the nominee. Whoever the Democratic nominee is going to be, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if anyone here traded the 2016 election, but whenever a poll came out, the market went nuts. It was insane. So I've been up for a very long time already. I've been up for hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if either today is flat or we're up moderately. So I wouldn't be surprised if like the S&Ps are up 5 or 10 points today. So just be aware that we just have to be careful. In other news here, Dropbox beat earnings by 2 cents. The online file share company beat revenue estimates. Dropbox also raised profit margin outlook and announced a $600 million buyback program. Stock market loves buybacks. Dropbox has ripped from 1870 to 2180, so just be mindful of that. Could be some good day trade opportunities in Dropbox today. So right now it's at what, 2180. So it was feeling some pressure here at 19. So we're above this, so it's technically right here. This could ramp up in the near future to, 25, 23 area. So just be this could be the stock's going to be hot. Premium is going to be all over the place. Premium sellers got destroyed. Expected move was only $2.04, and it's moved. $2.40, sorry, and it's moved almost $4 now. So just be that's gonna be a day trade possibly. Trump's going to win it. Yeah, I mean, I don't, not to get too political on here. I mean, it's a fair. I'm just saying, people say don't get political on the stream, and I'm not getting political. But when I say that the election matters to the stock market and the news that comes out is going to impact the stock market, you need to be aware as a trader. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. The news impacts the stock market all the same, whether you're bullish or bearish or whatever the case is. We trade the numbers on the screen, and the numbers are what they are. And those numbers change when certain things happen, and one of those things being the election. DPZ, yeah, I talked about Domino's the other day, and I didn't trade it. I said, I don't trade Domino's that often because the options are pretty low volume, but it does have a special place in my heart because Domino's was like one of the first stocks that I traded that I earned over 500% profit on, and it's always been one of those stocks I look at from time to time. I do trade sometimes, a couple times a year. Wish I traded it for earnings, but you just don't know, Good morning, Kelly. If you're here right now, say word up. So, Domino's popped my cherry. My first 500% plus winner was on Domino's, so I got my hair cut yesterday. Michael, what's going on? Good morning. Nice to see you. Cheers from Canada. Negative 25. Dude, screw that. Screw that. Right now, it is cold here in Chicago. Hey, but the sun is out. The sun is out. It can be cold all you want. The sun is out right now. But right now, we are sitting at a nice, sunny 18 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to reach a high of 37 today. How did I make 500%? Chewy, I didn't make 500% on this play. I was saying Domino's is a stock that I look at from time to time. I don't trade that often. I did buy calls for out of the money calls is how I made the money. I bought calls like 2 months out, and I was patient. And it popped one day, and I made 500%. And I sold. Could have made more, but I didn't really know what I was doing. Sometimes when you're like beginner traders, sometimes like you get really, really lucky, and then you start thinking like, hey, you're really good at this, and then you find out that you're not. Because trading options over the long term is hard. Like, you're gonna get lucky from time to time. You're gonna be able to get 500,000% profit, but it's not because you necessarily set out to do that. I take profits too early. Well, it's better taking profits than losses. You always want to take those profits. Set realistic goals. Like 1,000%, 500% goals are not. It's not realistic. If you set a 30%, 50% goal, that's realistic. Things happen in the market where you're positioned and something happens and you can take advantage of a 500% move. I mean, it happens. But it's not like it happens every single day in a trade that you're in. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in the stock market every day. Sure, it does. But it doesn't happen to the trades that you're currently in, I would say I'm a beginner trader, but I feel like I've learned how to trade more consistently through this channel. Yo, Mason, that's what's good. Teach us patience and how to calculate before it happens. Yeah, I mean, a lot has to do, to be honest with you, with trading successfully. A lot has to do with experience. And I've said this before. If you can understand how the market can screw you, how the rest of the market can screw your positions, you can start avoiding getting set in those traps. So sometimes it just kind of feels like in a lightning moment where the veil has been lifted and you can see. So definitely, if you're just buying calls and buying puts, start looking into how to short calls and puts. Not that you're going to do it, but start understanding the other side, because when you buy a contract, that means somebody wrote that contract or sold you that contract. So just be aware that there's two sides to the coin, and there's, we're very small, retail traders, we're very small in the pool of the stock market, and they love, 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 love taking retail traders' money because it's so easy to take our money. So once you understand how the market can screw you, you start making better trades because you don't put yourself in those types of situations. We can't. Hope everyone has a good trading day. Keep your patience. Understand the emotions. Plan your trade. Trade your plan. That's what's up, Trevor. Can't change the people around, but you can change the people you are around. Yeah, I have like two friends. I talk to you guys more than I do like real people. Introvert for life, I know some dude who has made 40K and he lost 13K just yesterday. I'm pretty sure if he held, he would lose another 10K if he didn't sell. Yeah, and that's the thing. So you'll get on fire. Like you'll have a really good month or a really good week, and you'll start. What people do is when they start winning a lot and winning, they start scaling up. They say, "Oh, if I won with $500, imagine what I'll do with $1,000. Okay, $1,000. Now look what I'll do with $2,000. Okay, I'm invested now $10,000 in the market." So when your win rate is going up, you need to just, instead of increasing your size, unless your account's getting really, really big, instead of increasing your size, keep the percentage that you're investing the same. You can increase your size. Keep the percentage of the account that you're investing, but you want to start scaling back your risk. So if I have like 5 to 10 winning trades in a row, I start thinking to myself like, okay, I just had like 5 to 10 winning trades in a row. I want to start scaling back my risk a little bit because I know that I'm not going to be right 100% of the time. I was just right a lot. I made a lot of good trades. Like yesterday, I had like 4 winning trades in a row. So when you have a bunch of winning trades, you don't want to just keep scaling up because what the trick is, like especially when you're at the casino, if you win, you think that's going to keep happening. You think you're going to keep winning, and you could, sure, but more realistically, you're about to fall into like a false sense of confidence, and you're about to hit a loss, and you don't want to have that one loss wipe out all the hard work that you just put in over those 5-10 trades, So that's what I've learned from my experience is the more you win, the more you should start scaling back and start just sitting on your gains and looking for better entries, because then you start getting a little sloppy and you start getting in and you start trust me. But from what I understand, what I say on here doesn't really matter. Most people need to get burned from themselves, so you're going to get burned. It's like frustrating. It's like people are like, "Hey, what's your opinion on something?" Or they in the Discord, and then you say it, and then they're like, "Okay, thanks," and then not that your opinion is going to be the truth or what's going to happen. Like none of us can predict the future. I don't know if today's going to be red. I don't know if it's going to be green. I don't know if we're going to stay flat. Nobody knows, and that's what makes the stock market interesting. But they take the advice, they ask for the advice, they do the complete opposite. They're like, "Oh yeah, hey, I'm up 500%. Do you think I should take the gains?" Everyone says take the gains. They don't take the gains. They lose up. They end up closing red. And it happens like all the time. So the institutional going to break off in a bit. Yeah. So if you're trading options like you're at a casino, then those are the results that you're going to get. Your P&L is going to be up and down, up and down, up and down. But if you're trading it as a business, if you're investing as a business, your P&L should be slowly climbing like this. Sure, you're going to have dips, but your dips are going to be shallow instead of like huge rips and huge dips. So like I always say, think of investing as it's a business. This is a business. You have a product. You're buying a product at a cheaper price in hopes to sell it at a more expensive price to whoever else is on the end of that contract. So, all right. Market's going to open in 3 minutes. I'm running a little behind because the YouTube was messing me up. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. I definitely appreciate it. Stock market is about to heat up here in a second. What other stocks you guys looking at before market open? Let's look at some stocks here. Facebook. Let's see here. Facebook. Thanks, Chewy. I'm watching Microsoft, but I always am. Yeah, I stopped trading Microsoft. I mean, Facebook does look good. Let's see here, 213. I mean, I would obviously like it better at 206, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It bounced pretty good yesterday at 212, ripped up to 215. So I think today, honestly, for pretty much every stock is going to be a make it or break it. Like whether it's going to set us red or if we're going to have a bounce back at these levels. Like if we're looking at, the S&Ps as well, this 3350 area is pretty important. 3355, that's pretty important. So right now it's holding those levels. Right now it's at 3355. It's pretty much been holding these levels all morning. It bounced when it hit 33.44. It bounced back up to 33.60 almost immediately. So, got to be careful. Got to be careful whether you're long or short. Take your profits. Be careful. Yeah, Microsoft. I took it off my watch list. Really, I don't really trade it that much just because it moves slow. I mean, it had a nice drop yesterday, nice price action yesterday, but overall, I just haven't been having a lot of success with it. UVXY calls next week. Yeah, I mean anything. I mean if we have a red week this week, all right, market just opened up. So far flat. Chilling. SPY's down 144, S&P's down 12, Dow's down 93, Nasdaq down 30. I think Nasdaq's probably down the most. So Nasdaq's down 0.38%. They're just about the same. They're all about the same. All the indices are all about the same. So it's gonna be interesting. Let's watch the price action. Let's be careful. Let's end this week green. Let's get back at it Monday. So you guys all have a great day. Definitely appreciate hanging out. Sorry for the short stream, but I was having some technical difficulties. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.